Hello family, and welcome to a broadcast today on Edel 001 TV. This is the Freelance podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Mungasia. Today we are going to tackle tips on how to get started freelance or work from home opportunities. Since the dawn of the internet, the world has become a global village, and so are opportunities. But among the challenges that we face is that we don't know where to start. We don't know the kind of skills that are required in the freelance market, also known as the gig economy. Today, unlike in the past decades, you don't have to limit yourself to opportunities available only within your country. Today, the internet has made it possible for everyone to work with clients from all over the world. For example, there are lucrative opportunities from countries like Australia, the United States, UK, South Africa, among other many countries that have embraced the gig economy. Just for your information, a freelancer is anyone who provides their skills to another individual or a business. It could be on a contractual basis, and they do the work from anywhere in the world. It could be at home, hence the name work from home opportunities, or it could be from an office, a home office, or a physical office away from their home. All right? So now we get into it. There are about 8 to 10 tips. I'll give you a bonus if it comes along in my mind. So number 1, before you start freelancing, just as you would do before you start any business, it's important for you to first define your goals. What is your motivation? Why do you want to freelance? Do you want to do it because you have no options? Do you want to do it because a friend told you it gives you flexibility to earn from anywhere? Why do you want to start freelancing? Why do I say so? Freelancing or working from home or opportunities to offer your services to businesses, professionals, or work as a team as part of an enterprise level business team requires you to have the right mindset. And this is not a get rich quick kind of scheme. This is freelance is an area where you provide real services to real people who need them. For example, you could be a CPA or a CPAK, so to say, and opportunities within our country may be limited, but you can offer your services if you're familiar with other accounting softwares, the likes of Sage, Pastel, QuickBooks, Xero, among others that are used by companies globally. You see, the beauty of having the right reason for you to start freelancing, even during the rainy days, when everything is turbulent, you will have a reason. You will know that my reason for freelancing is this. So you must have a solid ground. You must have the right motivation. For example, one of my fundamental motivations to freelance is that it gives me opportunities to offer my skill set to the world. So long as I have the skill set, I know I'll always have something to offer, right? And I'm also embracing technology because the future is tech. The future is remote. I consider the internet today kind of a gold mine. And for some of my friends, the reason I stress to them that even if you're not interested in tech, just find a way to get something, find a way to do something over the web. So that is the first reason. You must have clear goals. Do not do it simply because someone has told you. Do not blindly get into freelance expecting to get money quick. You have to develop the real skills that are required in the market. And now this brings us to point number 2. What skills do you have? Some people already have skills that they can offer to the market. But what if you do not have the skills? Does it mean that you can't get into freelance? No, you can obviously get into freelance, but you need to build skills that can be offered remotely. The good thing is today there are thousands upon thousands of skills that are required across the globe, across the world. So it's up to you to research and hone your skills. And if you already have skills, then you should package yourself well for the gig economy. Without skill, freelance will be a nightmare to you. I have been privileged to go through the university system of the Republic of Kenya, and I can testify that most of the course programs offered require you to go an extra mile if indeed you want to build practical skills, something that you can offer to an organization, something that you can propose, to another business person and tell them, hey, I have this to offer. For example, if you are in a line, I specialize in virtual assistant services. That's to say, my primary responsibility is to build skills that enable me to help professionals, business owners, small and medium-sized businesses, and I can also work as a team for an enterprise level corporate company. All right. So when you have the right skills, because again, you cannot build something that is not required in the market. So you must purpose to do your homework. Define your target clients. What kind of people do you want to work with? Are you going to target clients who are going to assign you projects that may compromise your faith, if that is something you care about? Because then I'm made to understand that there are people who don't really care about their faith so long as money comes through. But for those who care about their faith, what kind of clients do you target? I'll share with you 2 instances where I had to decline the offers. The first was a company, I'm not going to mention the name, that had business writing projects for clients. So one morning I wake up and I'm assigned writing that requires me it was an adult site content. So according to my beliefs, I put them above work, because work comes and goes. Beliefs build you. Beliefs define you. So I had to decline, and that was the end of me working with that company. In another instance, a direct client contracted me to write for his business. That's to do the copy for his website. I head on to the website. It's also about adult connections. What the client wanted me to write conflicted with my beliefs. I had to drop that again. So you see, you should prepare to make difficult decisions. As much as you are offering your skills in exchange for money, you must also consider if faith is something you care about, then you have to be keen on the kind of client you will choose to work with. What kind of clients do you expect? Expect to work with professionals. This could be healthcare professionals. They could be legal professionals. You may also work with business owners. These are people who want to dedicate their time on the core of their business and outsource the business elements that are not at the core function of the business. You have to prepare. You have to keep for example, if you're not so much of great fun working in teams, then that means you may narrow yourself down to professionals and small business owners. But freelance is about growth at the right time. You scale up. Another thing you have to consider is now package your skills into a service offering. Having skills is not enough if you don't package and present them the right way. For example, you could be very smart at accounting applications, QuickBooks, and all those other accounting applications. But unless you present yourself in a way that at a glance a client will identify that, hey, this is what you offer, these are the applications you are familiar with, then you're going to miss the point. Another thing is, if you are, say, a virtual assistant like myself, and a client needs you to handle their website, that's from website design, maintenance, the website copy, SEO, the website graphics, and also wants you to handle their social media strategy, content planning, content creation, content scheduling, and maybe help them with doing ads for their business alongside other administrative tasks that require use of things like Google Suite, MS, Microsoft applications. You may not win the client even if you have those skills. Do not assume that a client knows what you have to offer. You have to list them on your profile. Now, on a profile here, I mean, if you're using job websites like Upwork, Fiverr, People Per Hour, Guru, or even if you run a local business and you have your Facebook page, you have your website, or you have your portfolio that you can forward to your friends and clients, it's important for you to have everything highlighted, everything listed properly, so that when the client comes into the market, I have observed this with small business owners. Somebody is starting out their business and they don't have the capital magnitude, they don't have the capital stamina to hire multiple people to work on their projects. So they'll prefer to work with someone who has a diversity in skill set. Yeah, this individual may not be perfect in every aspect of the business, but this person will be the right fit for that kind of a business owner. Like some of the clients I have come along, a client approaches you, they tell you, sorry, I have to take that again. Now, a client approaches you, they tell you, hey, I'm starting a new business. I need help setting up my website. I need help doing the website copy. I need help doing graphics for my website. I need help with SEO. I need help with social media kit. I need help with content creation for my business. Now, it will be very much challenging for this person to hire a web designer and then hire an SEO expert, hire a content writing expert, hire social media content creator, then hire an admin assistant who will help them now coordinate all these activities, because these people, as I've mentioned earlier, they're focused so much on the core of the business, that's on revenue generation. This brings us to an important point, that as you get into freelance, it is important for you to be aware. As you identify the clients that you like to work with, you should know what kind of services are these clients looking for. The bottom line is they're looking for efficiency. If you come on top of the table as someone who can give them the efficiency they need for their business, you can be sure they will be more than willing to work with you. Create a portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio, nobody is going to know that you exist. A portfolio could be a publicly available profile about what you offer. You may have heard of this common Swahili saying, mficha uchi hazai. You cannot produce if you hide your nakedness. Create a portfolio, or at least plan to create a portfolio. And as you do so, the easiest way is go over to LinkedIn, create your LinkedIn profile. If you're on social media, even if you may not share your profile on social media, at least ensure that it is proper, because sometimes clients may request to add you as part of their team, and they're not going to add some crazy fella who is commenting nonsense on every other post, who is posting nonsense on their profile. And nonsense here, don't get me wrong, you can do whatever you need to do with your profile, but image matters. Image matters. Take care of your image. Now, as we wrap this up, you need a strategy. You cannot blindly get into something without a strategy. You have to, now that you have your goals right, you have your skill set compact, at least you're building them, you're getting there. You've identified the kind of clients you want to work with. You have your portfolio. It is time for you to strategize. Where there's no strategy, there's guaranteed failure. One of our high school teachers used to tell us, if you don't plan, then you are planning to fail. Do not plan to get into freelance as a gamble. It will not get you anywhere. It's either you're in or you're out. No 50-50 is here. The moment you start having 50-50s, that you tell yourself, let me try this. If it fails, then I can go with plan B. It is true. Freelance may not work for everyone, but from the stories I've had, the experience I've had, is if you're getting into something, especially something that puts food on your table, you have to act on it as if your entire life depends on it. the moment you start embracing doubts, the moment you start embracing discouragements from other people, someone will tell you, hey, I tried this, it didn't work out for me, so I think you shouldn't try it. There are millions of people already who are working as independent contractors from their homes, from their offices, from all over the world. In fact, America, or the United States if you like, is the country that is leading in remote work. We Kenyans, we are a developing nation, but we must not be left behind. And a bonus for you: do not walk alone. Do not walk alone in the freelance journey. You may not have physical role models, but there are successful freelancers who can help you. You can follow them. For example, you have Josh Barnes, a top-rated, vetted Upwork freelancer, prominent figure on Twitter, and he has a YouTube channel. You can follow such guys. In Kenya, we have the likes of Walter Kolo, who runs the website freelancerkenya.com that trains people interested in writing articles. And he also has a course on Upwork. Remember, Upwork is the leading work from home platform that connects clients and freelancers. You can go over to his website and check what it has. We also have the likes of ladies. Yeah, ladies are not left behind. We have ladies like Ludia Onami, who is the founder of Writers Spire. Writers Spire. It's one word, writerspire.com. You can head on to her website. She also has some courses on article writing, on virtual assistant, and I am also building something for us. You can also head on to our website, www.myvacollege.com. Now, this is an e-learning platform that offers courses for freelancers and virtual assistants. For example, we have a course coming up. It's called the Freelance Virtual Assistants Training Course. So it's a course in which I will guide you from A to Z on what you need. The course will guide you through everything you need to get started as a freelancer. Now, this is just a tip. So I invite you, and by the way, for the early birds, we're going to offer a 30% off. It was 20, but because I understand that we have different abilities, we increased the discount to 30. So if you want to be part of the early birds, head on to our website, www.myvacollege.com. VA stands for virtual assistants. So I'll be training freelance virtual assistants, and I hope to see you there. So thank you very much for joining us in today's broadcast. You can also go ahead and like our page, My VA College, on Facebook, and see you in the course. When you join in the course, you'll have an opportunity to ask me all questions that you have. I'll be there to hold your hand. I have been there. I know the struggles, and you don't need to go through the freelance hustle and tussle that I had to face for me to get off the ground. At least for you, I want to be your mentor. I want to see you winning. Let us build a future together. Let us take hold of opportunities from all over and all around the world. this marks the end of our broadcast today. I wish you well and keep winning, keep pursuing your dreams ruthlessly. If you want it, then you must pay the price. As we do, always we say, peace. We are gone.